Well, as I tried rearranging the cards so I could do this read on Jay-Z and the energy surrounded him, all the cards fell apart actually. So we're starting off somewhere, I guess. We could say, because, Lucha, I honestly don't, well, I don't know. He's just, this man is always rubbing me somehow in any type of way whenever I do a reading on him. So even like during the readings about his own marriage with his lady, Beyonce, his energy always just aggravates me. But we're going to do it again today. So let us see. Sean Carter. What is going on with Sean Carter, aka Jay Z? How is Jay Z feeling? He is definitely putting up all those boundaries around him, trying to protect himself, whether it's be spiritual or with the spiritual work and working with the spiritual realm. He's definitely doing something because literally, as I was shopping, I kept saying like, they got you, not me, I am not gonna get caught in that shit because like this card, it has like two sides to it. The upright side is all about a man who is imprisoned and sitting there with while he's being tied and everything, while the reverse one is the man is not caught, the man has freed himself, the man is not on the chair, but the ropes are there. So even if they would catch Jay-Z, he would get the fuck out. So let's just make this super clear. um he's about that life, he's about that business, but he is not gonna get caught simply because he is, yep, smarter than Sean Combs. He is smarter than Diddy. He is like, sorry that happened to you, sorry that they got you, but I ain't gonna be there. I ain't gonna be joining you anytime soon. He got the resources, he got the money, he got that power, and he got that pull. He has some sorts of deeper pull that actually Diddy doesn't have. Regardless of him, I think, I don't know who was in the industry before the other one, but he has a sort of a stronger and deeper pull. Like, I don't know. I don't know if he says in one of his songs, like, my pockets are deep or whatever, but that is one thing that is coming through. How his pockets are deep. And how is everything that he's doing is planned with lots of precaution and precision, and he's refusing to actually like go down like that or within a similar or like having a similar fate. He's refusing to be going that way because he has lots of shit that he has worked so hard on and that he has um achieved, that he refuses to just be going down the drain simply because of his actions and simply because of also affiliation with that man as well. But the thing is with him and for him, it's like he has done a lot of shit, and the fact that he is kind of like feeling confident that he's not going to get caught, and knowing that even if he would get caught, he would, yeah, exactly, see, yeah, even if he would get caught, he would still be released, and he would still feel like, oh, I'm confident, I'm innocent, I'm gonna go out or like get out, is going to throw a lot of shit off. But the thing is, like, even though there is a lot of mess right now, he's still trying to avoid like the bigger punishment or like the bigger um image of all this, because he's trying not to get, there's something here about like him trying not to get recognized for shit like that, because he was not the only one. He was, bound to shit like this. He was tied down and chained to a lot of those actions that he has done, a lot of those toxic behaviors, from you know putting hexes on people, putting hits on people, drinking and buying and selling shit, to a lot of other shit that's also included, sleeping with others, also lots of infidelity, lots of other shit that was done in the dark. That's his energy temper, so serious. But he doesn't want to get caught. But the thing is, with people who get too confident in not wanting to get caught, they eventually do slip up. And eventually, a lot of shit starts coming up. And all that confidence kind of just goes to waste. Like, no matter how smart you are, you're still going to do something that is going to make you slip up. But there is something here about him moving somewhere and going somewhere and like being on the go. Like the more they're going to be like, he's traceable. Like we got the trail on him and we followed him. He suddenly just like vanishes and they go like, he's untraceable again. Fuck, we lost it. We lost the person. You know, there's something here, but like people having like moles on him or like paid moles on him and shit. But he flips the table and he gets them to do whatever he wanted. He's very sly. He's like a sly fox with that shit actually. Gotta give him that because at least he's kind of like smarter than Diddy and doesn't leave, you know, that much trails. But there is something here about him not being on the same extreme level as Diddy that is also like coming to like, yeah, he has his ways and shit, but he is also not that deeply interconnected with that shit as him. But yeah, he broke several people's hearts. He broke several other people's trust. There is something here about him also doing a lot of shit from threatening people to actually like hurting them while sleeping with them, forcing himself on some of them, hurting a lot of people, like hurting a lot of people, a lot of babies just gone to waste. I'm gonna just leave it at that. um Using his power and his money for deeper dirty shit. Yeah, leaving a lot of other kids and lots of other ones of his kids just unattained for and uncared for, unlike those ones that he publicly acknowledges, which are his and Beyonce's kids. There is a lot that people don't know about Jay-Z that is going to, let's see, start coming out because, no matter how much money and power you have, once the money starts running short or once people just decide to flip out on you or just like switch on you, there is nothing that you can do that is going to this is just going to stop people from speaking, from talking, even if you want them gone. But there is nothing that can stop that shit from happening because it only matters time before that shit takes place and happen. Lots of realizations, lots of shit that might just come to the light, lots of heartbreak. There is something here about him just refusing to acknowledge the fact, like to even acknowledge the fact that he might get put out somewhere or like lose out on a lot of shit like that. But there is something here about him just being so hell-bent on just not losing his public image and also not losing his credibility when it comes to like rapping and singing about the life that he lived. He's like, look at my catalog, look at everything that I've been putting out. Have I lied about that shit? I've always made sure to say everything that I was going through and everything that I have done. But of course nobody can talk about like the darkest shit and his darkest temptations and desires and everything else that he has been doing and that he has been accomplice in, and that everything else is also extremely complicit and that he's been accomplice in. Like nobody is just going to be fucking talking about that, like no matter how extremely open you are about shit. Like, yeah, I was talking about my infidelity, I was talking about selling shit, everything. Yeah, sure, that is the life of everybody that was living in the hood. So that doesn't just make you like completely transparent with every fucking truth that is out there. And he's going to find this out the hard way. A lot of disappointments, a lot of shit that also has with him losing out deals and money and everything. A lot of, yeah, the Empress is also not happy. He knows he fucked up. There's a lot of disappointment, a lot of tension, a lot of just feeling like whatever it is that he's trying to achieve right now and that he's trying to do is just not sought after and is not reached simply because of like the way that he's trying to get all that and simply because of too many eyes on him. Like I'm hearing all eyes on me. So therefore he can't even do what he wanna do, and he's just like, living his life up in the sky, like, traveling here and there, coming from here and there. There's something here about like something here that has to do with Paris, but if he will keep going to Paris a lot, he will get caught. There's also something here about like him moving somewhere in Europe and somewhere between like some islands, even like near Turks and Caicos, or like something or somewhere as tropical as there, but not fully known, somewhere completely unknown, somewhere that he bought, where it is going to be like completely set, where everything that he wants is provided for him there. He's going, move the family west, or I don't know, south, or it's whatever. When he said that in Everything Is Love, move the family west, but it's whatever. Yeah, that's gonna be coming very true actually again. Yeah, because he is going to make those decisions and those choices. Instead, yeah, he's going to be very fucking sneaky with it, like making all those moves and everything, instead of just going down the drain like that, you know? Because I got money for years, so he refuses not to actually like use his powers and use his um abilities and knowledge and everything to his own advantage. Like he's going to do that until he either gets caught or until his last breath. And that is just the sad truth. Like sure, yeah, he's gonna get exposed, but he's not going to get caught. Like I cannot stress this fucking enough. He's going to be somewhere else, but he's not gonna get caught. He's not, let's see. He's going to be regretful of the shit that he has gone through and like the shit that he has done, but he is, let's see, is he going to get caught? See, it's a maybe, because there's something here about him still being able to get away with so much more shit and get away with the least type of fucking like penalty or anything. Like he's going to be as sly as a fucking fox with it, because he's just not, like, he is refusing to even fucking put that thought in the air. He is not going to receive the same. Yep, he's not going to receive the same predicaments as Diddy. Let's see, how does Jay-Z feel about the Diddy situation? How does Jay-Z feel about the Diddy situation? How does Jay-Z, yeah, feel about this Diddy situation? It's a lot of cards, because it's like, there's something here about him telling him, like Jay telling Diddy that I warned you, it's never gonna be too pretty. You're gonna grow too confident with it and everything, and it's going to come bite you in the ass. He knows that it was only a matter of time before that nigga gets caught. He knows that. He's like, you better stay prayed up, brother. Like, I told you about this. And the thing is with him, it's like he knew that, Diddy was one of those wild partiers and wild spenders who would do anything to just, like show people that he's living the lavish life, that he's being splendid with it without covering his tracks. While Jay-Z is a person to cover his tracks and only announce shit after it's being so much time and after it's being done with and after there is no fucking trail there to follow and there is nothing fucking traceable or in like to interrogate, or there is nothing to be like questioned about it all. Like there is nothing that is going to be interpreted or like be traced back to him. Meanwhile, Diddy is worse. Like Jay-Z in his youth was like that with his lyrics and everything, but now he is so much more grown, so much more mature. He is the opposite of Diddy. Like he's like, I knew, I tried to warn you. I literally, I think, said this in the beginning. Like, they got you. I tried to warn you, but you still did all that. He definitely knew of all the shit that Diddy was also like delving into spiritually and everything, because I mean shit, they were buddies, best buddies or whatever. So he knew they would be putting each other on to like the different shit like that. But the thing is, like, now Jay-Z is gonna be using more of that now again too for his own protection and predicament. There's something here about like predictions. He also watches a lot of those predictions and tarot readings about himself. Therefore, he knows what to avoid and he knows what is to come next, and he uses that shit accordingly to take action. Oh, he is so fucking smart. I mean, shit, I've always said that man has such a fucking like vision and like such a fucking conniving and cunning mindset. And I've always said that like to people in real life and even to like online people that he is so fucking conniving with it. That's like you can't do nothing but just like literally fucking stare mouth agape at that shit because he knows what the fuck he's doing. He hasn't been caught for those years and for so long just for nothing. Like this is the type of shit that he be doing. He's on that different type of time, and for him, it's like justice is gonna move its way, and he's gonna like get there for Diddy because he's the one who got caught now. Like it's only right for shit to be happening there. He's like, well, I hope that he's strong mentally. He's strong enough mentally to um like survive there and still stay there. He's like, I told you, but you just dropped the ball. And he's like, I hope that he doesn't drop the ball there. He knows that that man was like very manipulative and everything, and he knows of all his dark deeds and all his dark doings. So he's like, it was only a matter of time for him to just get caught and everything. For Jay, let's see, how does he feel about the situation? Like him, for real, how does he truly feel about that? Well, yeah. Yeah, see, he's also like, he's the one getting the shorter end of the stick now. But it could be me too. He's definitely like stalking everything and watching the news. Like I could see that man fucking sweating, like watching the news and trying to see what else is there. He definitely sees those tweets about him being next. He doesn't like that. He talks about Diddy, like he thinks about Diddy being a manipulator, but he's also like a mastermind fucking manipulator. Literally, what I said in the recent Beyonce arena. I think I'm gonna post all those in order, so you can watch the Diddy one and then the Beyonce one and then this one. Like all of them are just kind of all together because I've done them all right now. He is literally a master manipulator. He's very cold. He's always thinking with his head instead of his heart. Therefore, it also creates a lot of issues with his marriage, like within his marriage with Beyonce as well. But as I was saying, he definitely like reads about everything. He does not like that fact that people are literally like trying to rip him newer ones and trying to link all that shit that Diddy been doing. Like he's done all that. What y'all saying fuck me for? Like yeah, sure, I've been on shit like that, but you can't tell me shit about it. Like I am not there. There's a lot of fucking fights and competition within his energy. There's a lot of fucking triggers there too. Like why am I being told this? I am not the one who is doing all that shit. But let's see. Can we get something about Jay-Z's true nature and true relations with the Diddy stuff? Let's see. There's something here about him being part of that shit in the past, and there's something here about him moving on from this. But now there is a lot of pride into his past and into that dark side of that for him, that now everything is just getting like like a can of worms, and I'm seeing like all those worms like all those swarms are just like swarming shit up now because the can just fucking opened. And a lot of shit from his past is gonna get fucking nitpicked. Like he is trying to move forward from all that, but the past catches up to you. No matter where you go, no matter how far ahead are you, the past fucking catches up to you at the most unpredictable moments. So therefore, he's going to start paying for the shit that he's doing. As I said, like lots of his colleagues or co-workers or people who worked under him are also gonna speak up about shit that he has been doing, like the fraudery, what the fuck, the fraud, robbery shit, whatever it is that he's been doing with his money, the money that is outside the country, the thing about Jay-Z is like the corrupted shit that he's also been so like wrapped up into, as in like lately, has a lot to do with his money and finances rather than the freak out that people are calling that about Diddy. But he was part of that shit in his youth, and now it is going like in his youth and like a big chunk of it too. And now it is going to start catching up to him because no matter how hard you try to leave the past behind you, the past is going to always have its tortured legs wrapped around you, just chaining you to it. No matter how you try to just like have the clean slates and everything, if you were a bad motherfucker, she was just gonna fucking come haunt you right the fuck back, and that is exactly what's happening. No matter how bad he is trying to, like by that time, silence everything, pray, like dabble with that willpower of shit and dabble with the shit like that spiritually, which is crazy because you can only make it kind of like late for a significant amount of time before ooh shit is just gonna come back to you, like come back right at you, come right back at you actually. So no matter what he's trying to do, it is just going to fucking happen. No matter how hard he tries to like fucking break free out of that shit, is going to happen. There is something here that is going to come out around his birthday, or something that might happen around his birthday and also like around December. Even in the Diddy reading, I said that something might actually like up till now, or up from now till December, there's a lot of shit that is gonna come out. He's going lots of rumors, a lot of petty shit. He's not the most loyal again either, and we know that. But there's something here that might come out around his birthday, so people definitely got to be on the lookout for that. So definitely be on the lookout for his birth month, which is December. There is definitely something here about like, you know, those low people popping up on him at the most random times, barking in with like proper orders and ordeals and whatnot, and you know doing their thing and everything and trying to look for shit and everything. But he's very smart and he doesn't have that shit hidden in his headquarters or his office or his house. So he's always cleaning everything up behind him and not leaving no trace. But the moments where it's gonna happen and he's gonna get caught, he is going to get caught. But I don't see it for him as of now and as of just this year. But we give it until 2026, 2027, and until the middle of next year, where everything is just going to start unfolding for him, which is going to lead him to actually start taking more action and just being on the go and going through all those ordeals and details to go somewhere else, somewhere more safe and somewhere more private, and somewhere that includes the ocean, somewhere that includes the ocean, somewhere that includes the beach, and it's gonna get him there. So yeah, let's see. Anything else that we need to know about Jay-Z? Well, if he ain't happy with Beyonce, then he's definitely courting another lady, another woman, younger, a blonde. Would not be putting this against him if she was not black. But there is definitely something here that's going to be coming out. Oh, well, definitely there is something here that's going to be coming out about his preferences with women, about what he does, and who he's dealing with. There is something here that is going to be coming out about like the unhappiness and the no good luck with his home life, marriage, a lot of shit. Beyonce ain't the happiest when it comes to their marriage. There is a lot of rumors that are going to be sparked about everything, but we know that once those rumors start, they just start popping up together and everything, trying to manipulate and navigate the truth and just tell this image, because what are the characters? Who are the characters? Who is Beyonce? Who is Jay-Z? An image of black perfect love, of black entrepreneurship. So it's like, you know, everything piled up all together. But there is a lot of shit that is going to be coming out. A lot of secrets are going to see the light of the day, because there is no fucking control over this. There is no amount of money that is going to be able to stop this shit. No amount of banks being dropped that is going to stop all this shit that is going to start spiraling out of control. From now until January, or starting from January and October, January, October, December, and up to next year. There is a lot of shit that is gonna start changing, and just lots of upheavals and lots of chaotic energies that the public is going to start becoming more aware of. Yep, more aware of the sneaky shit, more aware of everything that was being said, the lies, the odd behaviors. But even then, it's still going to be lightweight until shit just starts fucking blowing over by a day that has the dates of 1, 16, and 9. So yeah, there is that. He's always trying to, like, have new beginnings, trying to jump the wagon, trying to, like, do good and everything. But the moment shit is gonna hit the fan, shit is just gonna hit the fan. Would not be surprised, would not be put against him if there is a woman who's going to come up and say, I'm his mistress, I'm his girlfriend, I've been with him for so many years, we have a child together. I'm telling you, like, everything's gonna start happening and popping the fuck up. From the mistresses, the girlfriends, to the actual, like, children, unwanted ones that he's been forcing, the woman to get rid of and everything, to just his shady deals, his shady behaviors, his companies, secrets, the past shit that he's been doing that includes, like those children that were, see, the card fucking fell. Children that he's been, well, young ones, what's it the word? Well, the children, everything, and all those people that were so much more younger than him and all that shit, the ones that were grown, all his odd relationships with specific females, with people within the industry, how he met them, how he got them, how he bagged them, the parties, the bed parties, the shit that he was dealing with and just seeing and partaking in and encouraging even, and the shit that he was witnessing from group stuff to shit that was literally getting done and being done literally while he's sitting right there and encouraging them all together, to everything else that he was coaxing other people into, that he was putting other people on, that was nothing but fucking good. Everything is gonna happen, everything is gonna be taking place, and all those cycles and all those days are finally over, all those cycles are finally going to start recirculating, where he's just gonna feel like he has no fucking control over everything that is starting to spiral, and we're gonna see a lot of that. But everything is gonna happen at its right timing. So no matter how hard people are trying to push for this narrative and everything, shit is gonna start hitting the fan for him within 2025, like the last quarter or half of it, or 2026, and everything's just gonna start taking more place and happening 2026, and we give it until 2027, where he's going to be fleeing the scene. I send shots, send them back, or flee the scene. There is something here about like fleeing the scene. So he refuses to be caught. He refuses to have the same tragic story or degradatory trajectory as Sean Combs, and he is going to make sure of that. So for you saying that he's going to get caught, he might. He's going to get out. He's going to flee. He's not going to be there. A lot of readers have been saying this, and it's also very true. But the timing differs, and a lot of shit is going to happen, just not at the timing that everybody keeps mentioning, but around that timing of September that they say, like 2025, around Beyonce's birthday, that fall season, around 2025 as a whole, is where everything's going to start unfolding. We give it until 2027, 2028, where his bags are going to be fucking packed. He is not going to be seen in the USA no more, and they're going to be more low-key, but at the same time, Beyonce is going to be more kind of like, as compliant as she is, she's still going to be reluctant because she still want to soft launch their daughter into her own business, into the industry. But it's like she's going to start reprioritizing everything. But until then, I'm going to give it a few weeks again, or like few days, months even, and I'm going to do a reading on what is to happen for Beyonce within the next actual years and what might take place for her. Because this is just, she might still be going, but she is still going to be releasing music because music is her job, music is her passion. But at the same time, when she's gonna be doing all that, she's still going to want to do shit and everything, but she's still trying to slow things down for her own self. But it's very contradictory for her because she's always like going back and forth now with this all, and we're going to see eventually. But until then, this is DJZ tarot reading about everything else, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking by until the end. If you did, I will see you in another reading. Now that I take longer periods to just rest and live my life and just chill. But I will still see you in another reading. If you have actual suggestions about like very interesting topics and very deep ones, please let me know because I enjoy sometimes doing them. And until then, bye bye.